Okay. Wham-a-bam-a bing bong.
Wham-a-lam-a ding-dong ding.
Episode time. We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
And we're ready to
to
woo you.
unpack
To woo you.
the woo-woo snacks.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. We're going to start today's episode drawing a goddess card.
Yes, so we have a goddess. We have our goddess guidance oracle cards. They're freaking amazing.
And we're not trying to sell them to you.
Oh, I was. But
oh, okay. I've had my deck literally for like 5 years or something.
Oh.
So long. It was the first deck I bought was that deck. And I still love them so much.
Okay, I just got mine recently and I'm obsessed with them.
Yeah.
I was thinking I'll shuffle and you can pull.
Okay,
so we're just going to quickly shuffle the cards. I like to clear the cards by knocking on them a few times.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's
then
fun.
I'll just go with my intuition on the shuffle amounts.
Yeah.
Usually I do 3. Sometimes I do 6.
Oh.
What do you do?
I do it. I don't shuffle like the way you shuffle. I shuffle it differently.
Okay.
But that's your deck, so.
Okay, and then do you spread it? Spread eagle?
No spread eagles.
I'm not going to spread it today. I'm just going to. So we're just fanning the cards out. So Alyssa's going to pick our card for this episode.
It's this one. Woo! Oh, this.
Oh, no! Not again! It's so good because
No, it's so good. It's so good because it's a fairy. Okay. It's funny because before we tell you what card it is, we've been doing this practice for, 2 weeks now maybe?
Yeah.
Where every morning we draw a card for ourselves. So, like, I draw my own, she draws her own. And then we share, like, oh, I drew this goddess today, and this is how I'm going to embody this energy. And the goddess that we just drew, I mean...
She won't leave us alone.
Yeah.
She's like, hi, hello, me again.
I keep drawing her.
Sometimes I put her back and choose again. Because you create your own reality. That's what your dude said, and I liked it. So, what's her name? How do you say that?
I think it's Ain.
She's this beautiful fairy goddess. I feel now bad that I was just talking so much shit about
I just called her a bitch. I was like, this bitch. But we love
gorgeous.
her. Yes.
Look at her.
She's like a fun little fiery fairy.
Mm-hmm. She has huge fairy wings and she's flying.
She's not just flying. She is like leap flying.
She's
is that
gorgeous.
A thing?
And it's total. She has look. She's like not scared at all to fall.
Yeah, she's not scared. Are you guys scared? Because this chick will help you not be scared. You gonna read about it?
Yeah, I'm gonna read about it. So take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. Her name is Aine. We think it's pronounced.
Sometimes it tells you on the next page how to pronounce.
Oh.
That is not how I thought it was pronounced.
Anya. Oh my gosh.
Anya.
That's a good baby name.
But why would they spell it this way?
I don't know.
So confused by that. Okay,
well, Anya she embodies leap of faith. Message from Anya. Procrastinating about your dreams won't make them go away. Neither will it make them happen. Indecision is the death of the soul's burning passion to improve, grow, and learn. Don't worry about making a wrong decision. Instead, worry about making no decision at all. Then take time to pray, meditate, investigate, research, go on nature walks, and make your decision. Once made, the universal energies will immediately support your decision, and doors will successfully open as if by magic.
Magic.
The magic you see is that you've set your mind to accomplish something, and the intention is what sets you on your magical journey.
Oh, I love that part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Trust that the universe will support you in all ways. Trust that your intuition is clear and right for you. And then take a leap of faith and jump fully and squarely. You could jump sideways if you want. Into the midst of putting...
Or circularly.
Of putting your dreams into action. Don't hesitate or delay a moment longer. Do you want to know the various meanings?
Sure. Some of the various meanings of this card. Your dream will come true. Your chosen path is the right one for you. Heaven supports you fully on your mission. Your material needs will be taken care of. Take action steps towards the realization of your dream, and break your dream into achievable baby steps so it's easier to start and keep going. Okay. I love that.
Should we read about her?
Sure.
Okay, Anya, excuse the mispronunciation, Anya, is a powerful Celtic goddess and fairy queen. We're obviously like her soldiers.
Yeah. Her soldiers.
Who gave birth to incarnated fairies, obviously.
And you.
Yeah, and you. From her romances with mortal men. That sounds fun. Anya is revered in Ireland for helping to grow crops and oversee animals. You can call on Anya when you need additional guidance and the courage to take risks. Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So
what has she been teaching you since we both keep pulling her?
I think I've definitely been like taking risks. They don't seem like they are risks at this very moment, but they're like shifts and making changes and requesting things that maybe in the future I would have like resisted, like support.
In the future.
But but I literally what I think it is that it's just a reminder that I can get really serious and like my truest, highest divine self loves to be like in a fairy energy.
Yeah.
With like playfulness. So every time I pull it, it's like a reminder to lean back. We should totally talk about that too. Into that energy.
A lean back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I love her because she embodies that like fairy energy, but at the same time, she's not wishy-washy. She's like, take action. Like, stop procrastinating. You know, it's better to do something than to do nothing.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of times, like when we're working with our feminine energy, like the more disempowered, wounded feminine is very wishy-washy and very, you know, kind of just like indecisive and like very like swampy, doesn't really not like clear. Take as much action, not as clear.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So even though she's like a fairy goddess and she's embodying that feminine energy, it's very much that like empowered feminine with that like masculine kind of container, right?
Oh yeah, when you say that, it's so like I can see. No wonder I keep pulling her, because I feel like I used to embody more of the energies that you were just talking about, and now I really embody an empowered feminine state, and not a victim one. And I can really see clearly when I am in a victim feminine state. Say the whole thing.
Victim feminine state.
The words, guys. When you're pregnant, like words, they just can't.
Oh, you mean like the disempowered, like wounded feminine? Yeah.
Like, help me.
Yeah, the damsel in distress vibes is what I like to call it. Yeah. Versus like the queen. Yeah.
And I really feel like I've totally shifted into the queen feminine with a fairy. So that's, but it's like a balancing act for me, because some days I feel less than. So this is definitely, that's why this keeps coming up.
Yeah. Because and they say she's a fairy queen.
Yeah.
She's not like a little like Tinkerbell, like, oh.
No. She's like
I need help.
The main.
Yeah. She's like, I'm the queen.
She's the queen.
Yeah. So I love that. And I feel like that's actually, it's interesting because pregnancy is like so full of that energy for so many people, because we're fed so much fear throughout it that it's really easy for us to become like disempowered, giving our power away, like living in fear, you know, getting all wishy-washy, versus being like that powerful, like strong feminine presence. Or it can go the other extreme of trying to be super mom and doing everything and not asking for help, right? Yeah totally.
Which, just to like, okay, so just a quick note on the cards. It's when I first started pulling them, I had to like look immediately at the meaning and see what resonated with me. And now I'm noticing that I pull them and I just like look at the picture and read the little blurb.
Yeah.
And I feel like I intuitionally and get in tune with like, oh, I know why I pulled this today.
Yeah, totally.
So do you feel the
Yeah.
same?
I mean, yes, and I've had this deck for so long that I feel like so connected to the cards, and I've read the book a lot. Like, I'm more familiar with them. So even though I still didn't know how to pronounce her name, but I get what you mean. Like, it's like you immediately, like, I don't even have to read the booklet sometimes.
Okay, I see.
Like, I'm just like, okay, I know what this is telling me today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But then still reading the booklet, it usually gives me a little extra.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I still read the booklet, but it's cool to like
it's a
check
fun
in with your intuition and see before you read the book.
Yeah. It's a fun tool to use to just like tap into that energy, especially like first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morning rituals.
Okay, we want to talk about morning rituals because it's something I've had for like so long, and it's changed, over the years and everything. But for me in my first trimester, I fell off of morning ritual, routine, any of that, like completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. I literally was just like, I guess I live in my bed.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hibernate.
Yeah. I think I tried and I was like, I can't, I didn't even want to be honest.
I didn't want to meditate. I didn't want to do any of the things that like would make me feel better.
Yeah.
It's almost like I was in that energy a little bit of like wanting to be the victim. Oh, I'm just noticing that.
Yeah. I think I was too.
Yeah. Which is also okay.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
At least we recognize it. And that's why we're talking about it, to share with you guys. I know that when I first started doing morning rituals, I was very structured. Like, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this, and then I make my bed, and then I can have my breakfast,
Yeah.
And I remember that it didn't give me, like, as much freedom. It felt, like, so forced.
Right.
This was, like, I don't know, I think I started, like, 2 years ago. I haven't been that long. But I realize now that we were talking about this earlier, too, because we both love Kundalini, and Kundalini, they offer like 40-day, that's the minimum, right? 40-day meditations, and it goes up from there. And I used to do those, but now it feels like I want to like listen to my body and maybe like shift even day to day. Like sometimes you just want to meditate in bed. Sometimes you want to meditate laying down. Sometimes you want to meditate sitting down. Sometimes you want to do transcendental meditation. Sometimes you want to follow YouTube. Okay, I'll stop.
Yeah. Sometimes you just want to have a dance party.
Yeah.
So here's what I think, what I've started to notice, that like at first that structure is really good to kind of break you out of your like conditioning, right? To where you're not in tune with your intuition.
Yeah.
And like when you really stick with that structure, it does like create a new pattern in your mind and starts to open you up.
Yeah.
But I feel like once you start to open up, it's okay to maybe drop like the structure of it in the sense of like, okay, it needs to be a 40-day meditation, or I have to meditate for this long sitting in this exact position. Or like this is my like morning routine, right? And you can like still keep the structure of every day I take this amount of time for myself, or every day I start my day by tuning into what I need. Like that's the structure.
Yeah.
And then, the structure being like the masculine kind of container. And then the feminine part of that, the flowy part of that, is tuning into your intuition and being like, what do I need right now? Do I need to journal? Do I need to go to yoga? Do I need to go to the gym? Do I need to go on a walk?
Yeah.
Do I need to just meditate or sleep longer,
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And while you're saying all of that, what I'm really also hearing on top of that is making sure that you're connected to the intention of why you're doing a morning ritual, and then also the feeling it gives you after.
Yeah.
Because I think that was actually missing for me in my first trimester. Like I wasn't super clear on that. I just knew that I did a morning ritual because I'm a spiritual woo-woo person.
Right, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. And even last week, I skipped 2 days of meditating, and I was like very out of balance. I felt more anxious. I was starting to worry more. And so I really got like, whoa, this makes a huge difference for my like peace of mind and my ease. And now I remember that. Does that make sense?
Totally.
Am I speaking like French or Chinese?
Oh my God, you speak French and Chinese? I think you're speaking pregnant mama.
Yeah.
It's perfect. I get it. I mean, I understand.
Yeah, okay,
But
cool.
So what would you say that your intention is for doing morning rituals?
My intention is definitely to connect to myself.
Yeah.
Like to reconnect to myself. And then also to my baby.
Yeah.
Like I noticed, like, I know you are big on the hand over the heart, hand over the belly, and now I'm big on that too. And I feel like during meditation, I'll like I'll first start with my hands up, to receive, and then my intuition will be like, move to your body. So I'll move to my body because my baby wants to like connect.
Yeah.
So my intention is to connect back into myself and to my baby.
Right.
And then like we were talking about this morning, like to remember who I truly am.
Yes. Oh my God, I want to talk about that.
I forget.
Yeah, it's funny. It's so easy to.
Yeah.
I mean, I think for me, one of my big intentions for morning ritual is to raise my vibration.
Yeah.
And to like start the day off like with this high vibration and feeling good and like get the momentum going in the right direction.
Yes.
That's like a big part of it for me, because I notice that when I don't do that morning like tuning in and ritual and whatever it might be, I not only feel like disconnected, but my energy just feels not as high.
Yeah.
So that's a big part for me. But yeah, we were talking about the whole like remembering who we are.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think it's so easy for us to forget who we are, why we're here, and just get caught up in like the things we're wanting to create and the things we need to do and everything else that's going on in life.
Totally.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So one of the things that I really like about having a morning ritual, especially now being pregnant, is I feel like it's helping like train me for labor, and not just labor, but I was reading in that Kundalini book that we both have, the Gurmukh one, which we can link in the show notes if you guys want. If you guys want, let me know before we write the show notes. It's her talking about how labor is just like magnifying life, right? So it's like life magnified. That's what she says. So the way that you deal with stress, the way that you deal with whatever things are thrown your way. And so like by creating a morning ritual that helps you to get into your flow, tune into yourself, raise your vibration, tend to your energy, like do all of these things, it's practice.
Yeah.
And it's helping to strengthen not only your body, but your mind, right?
Yeah, it's so true.
Yeah.
That's why I think like the 40-day, even though I'm resisting doing a new 40-day, I want to, because it's like on those days when I really am like so over it and I don't want to do it, it's like, can I do that in the middle of a contraction? I mean, not really. You gotta keep going. That's not my commitment. My commitment is like surrender and like keep, the flow in my body. So
so true.
I think it's a great like reframe on how to and perspective on. There's so many different ways you can look at things, but that's so powerful. Even like, okay, side note, but in prenatal yoga, she has us do these wall squats for like 1 hour.
An hour? Oh my God. What?
So I'm good for labor, people.
You can squat for an hour. Okay.
And I, every time, like halfway through, my body's like, okay, you're good. Like, get up. It's okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I can't. Like, I breathe. Like, I'm strong. Like, repeating these things. And it's the same with the morning meditation or the morning rituals, right?
Yeah. That's a big thing I've learned in Kundalini, because a lot of the poses, you hold them for a long time.
Yeah.
And you're like, I want to just be done.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's retraining that voice to be able to say, like, I can keep going.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm over this. My arms hurt or my legs hurt or whatever, but, like, it's okay. Like, I can stay with the pain.
Yeah.
And continue pushing past it.
Totally.
So I think it's a balance between just honoring your body and tuning into your intuition, but also, especially as we're like, you know, we're like training for labor at this point.
Yeah.
So especially at this time, it's like, how can we push ourselves in that way, right? Even though maybe we're being a lot easier on our bodies and like resting more, like, can we push ourselves to like strengthen our minds even more?
Yeah. Yeah, that's really amazing. That brings up one more thing. Well, first of all, I feel like we should tell them how far along we are now.
Oh, yeah. Wait, how long am I? Oh, I'm 22 weeks now.
And I'm 20, almost 4. On Wednesday, I'm 24.
Okay. Yesterday I was 22.
This is crazy. We're almost like to the third trimester.
That is so crazy. So
like,
crazy.
What?
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm all over the place today, but back on track.
Okay. Okay.
So one of our favorite Kundalini teachers, her name is Jennifer Lockme Chand. I might be saying that wrong.
I like how you just like, you create your own pronunciations of names a lot of times. It's really fun.
I do, yeah. She's also my Reiki master teacher. And she taught you Reiki too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's magical. If you're in the LA area, look up the Yogi Tree.
Yeah.
Get your booty over there.
That's
ASAP.
where we met.
It will change your life. And she's the owner. She'll change your life. And that's how we met. And it's a magical divine vessel.
The first thing you said to me, you were like, "You're a fairy too."
Oh,
do you remember saying that?
Yeah. I love that.
You were like, "Hi, nice to meet you. You're a fairy too."
I remember. Sorry, I coughed in your face. I do remember being like, "Oh, she's such a fairy." Yeah, totally. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what she said the other day before class was that the way that you give birth really it's kind of like what you were just saying. It really prepares you for the way that you parent.
Whoa, interesting.
So, like, no judgment whatsoever, but if you choose to do a natural birth without any drugs and you really, like, surrender to experiencing that in your body and, you know, you're, whatever, pushing and whatever, if your kid's screaming at you in Target for the toy, you're probably going to be more apt to be like, okay, I can handle this. Like, what's going on? Like, you know, like talking. Versus if you, and again, no judgment, but if you opt to just have a C-section and a scheduled C-section and you just have the baby and you don't experience like the full embodiment of what that was like, you may be more apt to just be like, take the effing toy and let's go. Maybe not, because like everyone's different.
Yeah. And but of course, like there's some people that's more aligned with what's safe for their babies. But I know what you're saying.
I did think that was an interesting point, and I don't necessarily think it has to just do with childbirth. I think it also is what you're saying, like in Kundalini, when we're in a position and I'm like, I'm going to stop now. My ego's like, you're good. You did this for a minute. You got 2 more minutes. And sometimes I do stop, you know. So, and I know plenty of people that have had C-sections that would definitely talk to their kids about the crying in the toy. But it was a great, point, you know.
So you're not saying that if you have a C-section, you're gonna just buy a bunch of toys.
No,
I'm just kidding.
But I hope you guys get my point.
I get it.
The listeners,
I think they get it too. Do you guys get it?
Do you?
They said
Call
yes.
Call us. Okay.
Anyways, so actually it's funny because the other day I was like, you know, we decided we wanted to do like a home birth with a midwife and all that stuff. And I've been looking into the whole like free birth movement. Have you heard about this?
Yeah, I heard about it, but I haven't looked at her Instagram.
Oh, okay. So, it's like this whole movement of people that are basically planning to have unattended births. So not attended by a midwife or a doctor or any professional, just basically doing it on their own. And there was a part of me that was like, I want to do that. And my partner was like, or we could just have the midwife there. And I was like, okay, that's okay. That's like balance. I was like, what is the part of me that's like wanting that? It's like just the part that wants to be different and extreme versus really listening to my intuition and asking like how my baby wants to enter the world and like what's right for me and right for my body.
Right.
And then there's also been times when I had like the other side of me that was like, oh, it would just be a lot easier to do stuff through the hospital. You know, even though like I love my midwife, everything's going really smoothly with it. Just with like logistics stuff, like insurance and this and that and da-da-da. So I've definitely, like, even just in deciding that, I feel like I saw the different extremes that I could go and how that would totally relate to parenting.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Of just being the, like, wild parent just to be that way, just to be different, or just, like, going the easy route just because it's the easy route.
Yeah.
Rather than like really tuning into what's right for me, what's right for the baby and all of that.
Yeah. That's interesting. Parenting. Oh my God. It's like
I don't even know. I'm not
people
even.
People are probably that already have kids are like laughing at me like, haha, you wait till you're screaming at you in Target.
Right. Like, I don't care how many contractions you breathe through.
But yeah, I noticed I'm having kind of a similar thing that you just shared, but different, same but different with, my intention is to have a natural birth in a hospital. Mm-hmm. And I'm really clear that every time I hear like about home birth, I feel guilty that I'm going to have it in the hospital. Like I'm not strong. I'd be stronger if I could have it at my house, you know, without any like hospital situations around. And I know that in my mind, so I'm really just trying to clear this because I know that we talked about this in another episode, but the way you give birth and the way your child comes in is the exact way it's supposed to happen for everyone's growth.
Right.
And I, again, I don't have judgment, but my mind has judgment that, like, if I were to get what's it called?
Cesarean?
No, well, an epidural.
Oh, yeah.
I would feel like I'm weak. Like, I couldn't, like, do it like the strong way. You know what I mean? Right. So it's been really, and I've been listening to these podcasts. It's like
self-shaming.
Lately. Yeah, it's like self-shaming. I've been listening to this podcast lately where they'll talk a lot about, I feel like when I listen to podcasts with doulas or my meetings with doulas, like, and I tell them I want to have a natural birth in a hospital, I feel like immediately they're like judging me. And then I'm judging. I notice that it's like me actually judging myself. Right. But what I love about what you said is it's like, well, first of all, I can see two things. I can see there's like the wounded feminine side, and then there's the empowered feminine side. And when I really tune into my intuition, I want to have like the masculine container. You can create that anywhere, but of the hospital for my first time. Yeah. And then, you know, second time, I would like to have home birth. Yeah. And like just owning that instead of flip-flopping and making myself feel like, like, you know, it's just like, this is what I want. This is what my intuition has told me.
Yes. Because that's what you felt from the beginning that you wanted. Yeah. Yeah. And I also, you know, before getting pregnant, I didn't know what I would want. But as soon as I was pregnant, I knew. I was like, home birth. Yeah. You know, so it was like, you know, just listening to the intuition there and being like, this is what I want, like being decisive about it. Yeah. And I'm sure our listeners, I mean, I don't want to speak for you guys, but I would say if we're experiencing these things, you must as well, right? Yeah. Right? Call us and let us know. Here's the hotline number. Here's the hotline. I would assert, right? That would be so fun if we had a hotline where they could call in. I know. Like on the radio, like the old school radio. Maybe we should. I think so. We could get like a Google Voice number. That was just for woo-woo mamas. That would be so fun. That would be fun. We might do that. Hello, caller. Where are you calling from? That'd be super fun. Okay, is it time for pixie dust? Pixie dust, pixie dust. I just poked my eye. Oh, God. Careful. So, what we would like to invite you to do today for our pixie dust is to create your own empowered morning ritual. Yeah. 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 And I guess like the essence of this is to really step into your empowered feminine every day, to like start your day that way, to start your day by raising your vibration, by tuning into yourself, And I mean, there's literally probably a bajillion different things that you could put in this ritual.
Right.
But we're going to share some of our favorites with you right now.
Right now. Why don't you tell them about the 3 categories that...
Okay. Yeah. So there's probably things that don't fall in these categories.
Oh, okay.
But I think that the 3, for me, these are the 3 main categories that I always try to include in my morning rituals. And it changes. It changes all the time. We just both decided today we wanted to start a new kind of ritual.
Yeah.
So the 3 categories are meditation, writing, and movement.
Yeah.
So for meditation, I mean, that's kind of obvious, I guess. But it can be any kind of meditation. It can be a Kundalini meditation. It can be a silent meditation. It can,
Mantra meditation. What are some of your favorites?
I mean, lately I've been really liking to do... first, before I jump around, I've been really liking just a silent 11-minute meditation.
Oh my God, me too.
Oh, wow. So I love doing that. I always love doing a Kundalini meditation. And I really have been liking the hypnobirthing meditation and practicing that. I don't always start my day with that. I usually do that right before I take a nap.
Okay.
But I love doing the hypnobirthing meditation. And it helps me to connect with my baby. And also I feel like it's preparing me for labor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love transcendental meditation, which is basically just the mantra.
Yeah.
Do you use a mantra or just...
Sometimes, but not lately.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, my favorites would be... Well, I do Reiki on myself every morning.
Say that too.
Before I get out of bed, when I'm still kind of in the sleep but not sleep state. Mm-hmm. And
it's like my snooze.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's like a snooze. Which, if you don't do Reiki on yourself, you're going to be like, what the hell is she talking about? But it's fine. What I do is I just go up my chakras and do the positions. And then that's a form of meditation for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I love mantra meditation. I mean, I love all of them.
Yeah. It's fun to play around and see. A couple weeks ago, we were doing a meditation challenge. And every day we were doing a different meditation, a recorded one. And that was fun too.
Yeah.
It's really this is the structure is meditating, right? But the way you meditate is up to you. That's the flow. Right.
Yeah, and that's the important. That's what makes it so cool. That's why spirituality is so amazing. Is there's so many tools, and then you get to build your own toolbox by seeing what makes the biggest difference for you.
Yeah, and not just going off of what somebody else does, just because that's what they do. Right. If it's what we're saying is inspiring and sparks something in you, try it. If there's something else that you're more drawn to, then go with your intuition, not just what someone tells you to do,
Yeah. The last thing I'll say is YouTube is an amazing source if you've never really meditated before.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of guided meditations, which are really great.
And you can start with simple ones or for beginners.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
cool.
Lovely. So then the next pillar of the morning ritual is writing. And so this can be, I mean, again, there's so many different things. What I was doing for a really long time was morning pages.
Me too.
Which was just 3 pages worth of just
mind dumping.
Mind dumping, that's the word. Yeah, I was going to say word vomit. But yeah, mind dump. And you just literally write whatever comes to you. Another thing I really like to do is intuitive journaling, where you ask a question at the top of the page, and then you do something similar where you just write whatever comes to you and fill up the page. So that's really helpful if you're working through something or if you need clarity on something.
We forgot a really, really good meditation thing.
Oh, okay. Back up the truck.
Meditating with your future self.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe we'll have a whole nother
I sense that.
And stuff on that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to...
Okay.
I almost said TMI, but I meant to talk to you later. TTYL.
TTYL.
On that one. Yeah.
Ta-ta for now. Oh, that's different.
It's a preview. Okay.
Okay.
Back to the journaling. Yep.
Journaling. Oh, I mean, is there anything else you want to share on journaling?
I do the same thing. A lot of times I need to mind dump.
Yeah. That
or
feels
if
really
I
good.
feel disempowered about something, I'll write like, what's in my space around this, and just write.
Yeah.
And then I think I know what you're going to say next, so let's see.
Oh, well, a couple of other things I like to do with writing is affirmations.
Oh, yes.
Right? Or like mantras or things that you need to like remind yourself of. So I like to kind of like pump myself up.
Yes,
you know?
I do too.
I like to like pump myself up writing about it. Or writing a gratitude list.
That's really powerful.
Yeah. So I guess,
and also writing things you're celebrating yourself for.
Yes, that is so fun. So I feel like there's kind of like two directions. Of course, the line is blurry, but like two different directions you can go in with writing, to where one is a little bit more of like deep dive, and it's like the dark soul work. I don't mean dark like bad or anything like that. I just mean like the depths, right? Or you can be a little more like in the light, high vibration stuff. And we need both.
Yeah.
You know, so again, it's about tuning into, you know, like, do I need deep soul work today, or do I need to just like pump myself up and write a gratitude list, and what am I celebrating? You know, because those things are going to be more light and feel a little more like ease and flow, whereas like doing the like deep soul work of like what's holding me back, or you know, what things do I need to release, like that can be a little bit heavier, you know. So it's about finding that balance, and again, tuning into what you need.
Right. Yeah. Agreed. Third pillar
is movement.
Do
you want to tell them like what we've been doing lately?
Like,
oh my God, we just did it like right before.
Oh, okay. We've been doing squats every day. So we realized, okay, of course we want to like build the booty, but we also
well, I read something that said that if you do 300 squats a day, you'll have an easy labor.
Yep. And our Kundalini teacher, Jennifer Lockmeach, is that how you say it?
I think that's how you say her name.
She also said if you do 30, she told me 30 squats a day.
So we're unclear. Is it 300, 30?
But it makes
somewhere in between.
It makes you feel really strong.
Yeah.
And we're going like up every week by whatever feels right to us. You doing 5?
Yeah.
I'm doing 5.
Yeah.
So we're doing squats, and then we're doing some sort of movement that we tune into ourselves to see what we want to do.
Like for me, it's funny because, I mean, obviously I love Kundalini and regular yoga too. But lately I've been feeling so drawn to going to the gym and like lifting weights and like doing like strength training. It's so funny.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing, you know, even though, especially in this world, I feel like it's like, oh, do yoga every single day.
Yeah.
You know, that feels good on my body too. But right now I feel like strengthening, you know. Not that you can't get strong from yoga. I don't know. It's like...
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Because I feel the same way, too. And then sometimes I just want to get naked and dance in the mirror.
Yeah.
Because that's fun, too.
That's fun, too. And it finally cooled down where I live.
Yeah.
So I've been hiking a lot more, which that feels really good because it's like being in nature. Yeah. That's when I get like the most in tune with myself.
Oh, I love being in nature.
Yeah. It's like walking in nature, moving my body. And even when I move my body, sometimes I will like use a mantra while I'm moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
there it is.
Those are the pillars.
So choose one. I think we should invite you guys to do a morning ritual for 21 days.
Yes.
Because they say that's how many days it takes to create a new pathway.
Yeah.
And so we just are creating our new one.
Yeah.
And that's how long, personally, I'm going to take it on for. I'm
like
making
that.
my own rules. I'm not going to do the 40-day. I'm going to do
21 feels great, actually. Yeah. I want to do it, too.
Yeah.
Okay,
so we're doing that. So if you'd like to join us, come on in for the party.
And share. Let us know, like, what are the things that you're doing in your morning ritual?
Yeah.
How are you making it unique to yourself?
Maybe we'll get new ideas from you guys. Yeah,
I would love to hear. I would love to hear.
Yeah. So,
one more thing that is fucking amazing.
What?
The affirmations in the mirror.
Oh, yeah, that's really good.
I don't know where that falls between meditation,
moving
writing,
your mouth.
Moving your mouth. It's mouth movement. But like literally looking into your own eyes and repeating your affirmations to yourself, it's so powerful.
It's really, really
Do it for 3 to 5 minutes and your life is changed,
shifted,
forever transformed.
Wow. Okay, like us, love us, comment us.
Get some more of us if you subscribe.
We want to connect with you guys.
Yeah,
we love you guys. We don't even know you, but we love you.
We feel you. Thank you for watching. We're so appreciative. Keep up with us. Subscribe. Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah,
we'll put everything in the show notes. Peace.
Bye. Bye-bye.